is 12:30 p.m. It is December 17, 2022, and we're here at the Reformed Church of Locust Valley, where at 1 p.m. we will celebrate and remember the life of Locust Valley's Carmine Abate.
That's not the same thing.
Oh, we got it.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How you?
Look at all
How are
these
you?
people.
Is this John?
Yep.
Arnold, how are you?
Hey, Arnold.
How are
I knew
you?
were-
We
yeah,
were communicating on
Yes.
Facebook.
Gotcha. And Nick was saying we got to make sure that you're there here, Arnold, and
Thank
here you are.
Thank
And
you.
here you are. That's good.
Thank you for all the friendship you give everybody.
Yeah,
You're
that's
welcome.
true, very true.
You're welcome. Look at all this
Hey,
whole
it is,
crew coming.
Chucky. It's my cuz, Chucky, my
going on?
cuz. How you doing, cuz?
Look at this group here.
Hey, hello.
Hello, Ronnie.
Hi, Doc. How are you doing?
Doing good.
I told Frankie, no hugging, no kissing.
I hear you, and I
Gotta
just,
live it.
I
Gotta
just
live
did
it.
it. I
Gotta
just
live
did
it. I said, people.
Hi. Jack with you. Howdy. Oh, look at all this crew coming.
Not the Thanksgiving that passed. No, I figured as much.
All right. Oh, like that.
Well, sick. Hi, how are you?
Good. Hi, everybody. Doing all right. Welcome. I know this guy, Mr. Balachi. Hey, Tony.
How are you?
We're here.
Good to see you, buddy.
You got it. You got it.
How you doing?
There's Jeff.
Hey,
Howdy.
Jack, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks. All right, Nick. Yeah. Keep coming.
Okay. You said that to a girlfriend one time.
There you are. You're looking sharp there, guy.
Didn't want to wear a tie.
Okay.
It's a flannel suit, so that's a plus.
You're doing good.
And this shirt's a medium, so it fits nice and snug under the sweater.
Okay.
It's the only one I got. Actually, I have another one, but I wouldn't wear it.
So come on in.
Yeah, I shall.
Hey, there he is.
Here he is, brother.
What's up, man?
Hello, Bill.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, so sorry here, too.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm just waiting to read number 3.
Uh-huh.
I'm just waiting who's number 3.
No,
Could
hey,
be
hey,
anything.
hey. Yeah. Thanks, yeah.
Howdy, Bruce.
Yeah.
Got you right there. Here you are.
Here we are.
How you doing? How you
Doing good.
How are you? How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, he's still doing the pictures, huh?
Yep, I got to do that. I got to do that.
I'm sorry about you.
Sorry about it. Thank you.
Where's the football? When's the scene gonna happen with
I knew you'd find out. I mean, you know what? I wouldn't have told anybody.
I don't know.
The only thing I wish I could have done
Is what?
scan Carmen's senior high picture. I mean,
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember that picture.
and I had another one that's gone sepia-like, and they're starting to curl, so it's been a while. Did they have junior pictures too like that?
I don't think so. I
No,
don't think
then-
so. Just the senior one is what I remember.
Yeah, because there were 2, but I sent them out to the girls, and my printer and my computer ain't that compatible.
Brother, a husband, a father, a grandfather, a teacher, a mentor, an after-school buddy, an incredible athlete, and a dear friend to so many. Throughout his rich and full life, he brought so much joy to those who knew and loved him. As his friend Scott Hinckley recalled, he was like a second father who cared deeply about people and who constantly went out of his way to help others. And in a conversation that I had with Jock Bethune a couple of weeks ago, Jock recalled that Carmine was a very emotional person, a person who wore his heart on his sleeve. Jock recalled that for Carmine, it was all about helping and serving other people, and he devoted his life to making a difference in the lives of others. Carmine's wife, Jeannie, was the love of his life, and together they raised 4 children in a household that was filled with laughter and love. A love that they graciously shared with others through an open-door policy that was extended to anyone who might be passing through the neighborhood. Jock recalled that Carmine once said, "I never made much money, but I am the luckiest man in the world." Laura Papke wrote the following tribute, which seems to capture the essence of Carmine's heart. She wrote, "Sometimes Jimmy and I would stay out and come back to the Abates late at night. Carmine would leave for work pretty early, and he would go through the whole house before he left and tell every single person that he loved them. Everyone got their own individual, 'I love you, Paul.' I usually just kept my eyes closed, but man, that really made you feel loved and part of the family. It was my favorite part about staying over in their house." Carmine really was a special person who meant the world to so many. And I have no doubt that many of you have similar stories to share. Indeed, this kind, loving soul, this man of great faith, will be greatly missed. In Psalm 90, the psalmist writes that God will teach us to count our days so that we may gain a wise heart. In fact, Carmine included the following post on his Facebook page. He wrote, "Life is short, so do the things that make you happy, and be with people who make you happy. Look for the good in every day, even if some days you have to look a little harder." Throughout Scripture, we're reminded that our lives are lived in the framework not of our time, but of God's time, and from God's perspective. How often we forget this. We're prone to thinking that time is ours to dispose of. We even go so far sometimes as to talk about killing time, as if time were another commodity. But finally, time belongs to God and unfolds before us as a mystery. Carmine's death, therefore, was not untimely because his life was lived in the seasons of God's time and of God's purposes, which are often hidden from us. It has been said that death is our teacher, and it seems to me that there is some truth in that. In a very real sense, death punctuates our human experience. It is a period at the end of the last sentence of our life story here on planet Earth. Death sets limitations, and in so doing so, asks us some important questions. Questions like, what are you doing today? Are the relationships that you have with those around you healthy and beneficial? How well do your priorities stack up in light of God's call to love God and to love our neighbor as ourselves? Death reminds us that time is not ours to command, just ours to fill with what is enduring and precious in God's sight. Based on what others have shared with me of Carmine's life, it seems to me that Carmine did this admirably. But the reality is that death is finally not a period, but a comma, a final breath we take between our human experience and our life in eternity. The way Carmine lived reveals that he understood and treasured what is of true value in light of eternity. The fact that you all are here today is a testament to the fact that he set his priority on people, not on things. As we breathe our last breath in this human experience, we come to participate in the mystery of God's resurrection. And it is through this that we are completed and perfected as God's beloved children. Death teaches us that the most important thing in our own life is the relationship that we have with others. Death makes us thankful for what you have shared with Carmine, just as it makes you sad that he has left us. Death teaches us the beauty and the priority of love and the profound grace of forgiveness. In the context of the completion of Carmine's earthly life, this is the time for putting aside any regret for words left unspoken and to receive with gratitude the gift of forgiveness and the knowledge that Carmine, though hidden from us, is now completed in joy. And so remember these things as you bid a fond farewell to Carmine with the utmost gratitude and love. Amen.
Carmine's nephew and godson. I'll be reading on behalf of Don Abate, which was Carmine's sister-in-law. There is no one special memory to tell you about Carmine. There are too many. What we remember is his great love for his family. We remember him always having time to talk to each one of us. We remember the endless stories told by Vic and his younger brother. Some were hilarious. We remember his endless heartbreak over the loss of his wife, and his courage as he fought the same illness that took her. We remember his determination to beat it, his resolve not to leave his children and grandchildren who loved him so much, until finally he had no fight left. All four of the brothers were born with great capacity to love. But I always felt that Carmine was the softest. He loved everyone. My family and I honor Carmine's memory. Brother, friend, and uncle. We love him and we will always miss him. Our consolation is that he's with his beloved Jeannie once again with Vic and his family. I'm sure there's a big reunion going on. God bless and keep him in your heart forever and ever.
Good afternoon. I'm Ronnie Feig. I'm Carmine's first cousin. Our mothers were sisters. They were a year apart. Carmine and I were 6 months apart. They were very close, and we were very close. Our families were close. I grew up in the Abate home. We spent a lot of time together. So his family is my family. We moved away. He came back. I came back. He left again. Even with the distance and the time, I still feel that closeness. As an only child, he was my brother. But I'm here to read a tribute from Guy Caruso. This is a tribute to Carmine Abate by Guy Caruso. Carmine was one of my earliest childhood friends as we grew up in Hebron. Carmine and I likely knew each other in utero as our moms were pregnant at the same time. I was born 2 months earlier than Carmine, and this may have been the only time I beat him at anything. Everyone knows that Carmine was a tough competitor, always striving to win. Also, Carmine showed his mental and physical strength as one of the Boys Club campers, surviving the Canadian woods for a few days in the rain and cold as one of the lost boys. Carmen's childhood was filled with hours of play, sandlot sports, fishing expeditions to the local ponds, riding bikes, and boys club sports, where he excelled at all sports, especially football. I can thank Carmen for my only broken bone, my right wrist to be exact, when Whit Lewis had us practice crossbody blocks that did not turn out so well for me. Although Carmen was tough, he also had a tender heart and showed it often to his friends. At the club, Carmen was an amazing running back, fast, tough as nails, who could reverse field like no one else. He continued to be an amazing athlete at Locust Valley High School in football, basketball, and track. He had hard luck with knee injuries, cutting his football career short. Nevertheless, with a brace, played basketball and was on winning medley track teams. One memory that sticks with me is an event with Carmen's Uncle Louis Savinetti, who was my godfather. One day when we were walking a wrapped birthday present to Uncle Lou's, a bottle of whiskey our parents had bought for him, we pretended to be drunk and walked in a staggering manner, thinking this was funny. Well, a police officer saw us and picked us up and then drove us to Uncle Lou's, asking him if he knew us, which to our amazement, Uncle Lou said he did not. The joke was certainly on us. Carmen and I will laugh at this episode in our lives frequently, as does Uncle Lou. Carmen was a teacher at heart and good at mentoring kids who were tough. He married the woman of his dreams, Jeannie, raised wonderful children after Jeannie's death and a long time grieving, put his energies into family and his many friends. Carmen was the type of person who would give the shirt off his back to someone who needed it. He introduced me to his Pennsylvania Slippery Rock University fraternity brothers, who also marveled at his athletic prowess and his deep love for Jeannie. His fraternity brothers kept in touch with Carmen, and a few years ago, he had a chance to visit with them at a reunion in Pennsylvania that I attended. It was easy to see the love he had for him. I admire Carmen for his deep love of his wife, family, and friends. Also for his ability to persevere under hard circumstances that life sometimes threw at him. He fought hard during his long illness to stay with us, again showing his grit and determination. I'm glad he was able to return to the recent Grenville Baker Boys and Girls Club alumni event, where he had a chance to see and be seen by his many friends who longed to catch up with him. Carmen was like a brother to me, and I will sorely miss our calls and time together. He's now with Jeannie and other loved deceased family members. Rest in peace, my friend. Love you, brother.
I noticed you right away, but I wouldn't know this.
What a guy.
Good man and a good friend.
And a good athlete.
Yes, good athlete.
All right.
Class for Bill.
This is the best.
Yep.
This is Bill Daniello and Tony Bellacci, the Locust Valley greats. There we go. Or something like that.
Oh, that was great we are, but we're still here.
You're still here. That's it. All righty. Thank you both.
Alberta, right next to the bowling house. Yeah, it used to be a gift shop. It was a hair salon too.
Every might walk, I call it the Cadillac.
But it's like a white elephant.
Like that, right?
That's why I can
I
say
got
that.
you.
That's why I can say
Yeah,
it.
she knows how to get me.
This is
Jock,
Arnold,
and this is Nick,
and you're Jock.
and you're Jock, and that's Billy.
Yeah, but
and,
you can't see you.
And Jock, you're one of the best people I know.
Yeah, you're not too shabby.
You did a lot for the Abate group, and especially for Carmine and Victor.
And Nick, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but in the back, they kill me. Yeah. Over Beaver Lake, don't like it, Corbin. I'm buzzing with your friends. I'm gonna get a big rope. And the whole thing with this thing, you got on a tell you, but your life in your hands, you went out.